Give me a hell yeah! With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
Bad Karma Wrestling. I'm David Double D Dykstra. I'm here with my boy.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
The greatest podcast tag team in all the universe.
Bang. You can add that explosion in post, of course.
Work, boys. That's what we're talking about. Work. On today's show, like always, we're going to hit WWE, AEW, and we're going to hit the rumor mill today. See what's going on, what the whispers, the dirt sheets are saying. So it should be an interesting time. You ready to go, Nick?
As always, let's get it rolling.
Let's go. SmackDown and Raw both had their season premieres this week. Anything jump out at you?
Well, we only got, from Raw premieres? I mean, the tag title's going right back onto the Judgment Day, somewhat.
Interesting decision.
Just as that quick, I feel, yeah. Maybe to get eyeballs on the season premiere, a title change in hands, but that just jumped out at me. Like, wouldn't you want to keep the tag titles on there a little bit longer? I don't know. Jey Uso, was it Jimmy or Jay? It was
Jay.
Yeah, those had pretty good, nice little sound bites with him on the media scrum. So I don't know. I thought that was a interesting move.
Him and
interesting
Cody
sound.
drunk at the post media scrum was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I guess my question: they must have plans for another tag team because surprise, did not think that Kevin Owens and Sammy were going to get broken up, but we found out on SmackDown's premiere Friday night that Kevin was the one that got traded to SmackDown.
Okay.
Because Jey Uso, Cody brought in Jey Uso.
Wow. I mean, yeah, a good thing can only last for so long in the WWE, I suppose, with Kevin and Sami Zayn.
They've got to have individual plans for these guys because they are hot right now. So I would assume that they've got plans for these guys moving forward.
Yeah, I think with that's fine too. Just thinking about it now, I'm glad it just didn't end in like complete them turning on each other type deal, a bad blood type feud just yet. Keep that in the back pocket. So not the worst decision. Not the worst decision.
We now have general managers for each brand as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Adam Pearce is going to be the Raw general manager, and Nick Aldis. For those of you who don't know, Nick Aldis started off in Impact here in the United States, made a name for himself in Impact, but really made a name for himself being the guy for the NWA for, I'd say, about 2 years.
Yeah, roughly.
Held that belt for about 2 years, and phenomenal.
I remember watching him drop it at the original All In Chicago to Cody Rhodes. That was a nice little match right there. That whole entire pay-per-view was phenomenal.
Phenomenal wrestler. I think he's going to be an even better producer.
Yes.
They've got some solid producers now.
Yes, they do.
They've got Bobby Roode.
Yes.
They've got Nick Aldis.
Bobby Roode officially off the active roster now into producer role. I like that.
He's in a producer role. I think his neck is just too blown up at this point.
Makes sense, yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if Big E can't get that clearance that he turns into a producer as well.
Yeah.
You have Kenny Dykstra. And
is Tyson Kidd still working the women's?
I'm not sure if Tyson's working the women's.
I know Jason Jordan is still.
Jason Jordan's
he's
another
still back there.
one.
Gregory Helms, Jamie Noble. There's one more. I know there's still one more good one, but yeah, no, you're right.
Abyss?
Yes, yeah, Abyss is back there too. They took a whole big producers picture not too long ago. I think Gregory Helms put it up on his Twitter.
And I think this is going to be something that we're going to have to pay attention to moving forward. But we'll get into that when we get to the rumor mill aspect of it. Interesting fact for those who don't know, Nick Aldis, husband to Mickie James.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So I would not be surprised to see Mickie James back in the
Interesting.
WWE.
Still, how is Nick Aldis going to coexist with John Cena still there?
Yeah. Probably fine.
Completely water under the bridge. Yeah.
They're
I'm
both
just
married to different women now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Just something to bring up.
One of the bigger highlights on both season premieres was the appearance of Jade Cargill.
Okay, so she's supposed to be a free agent, or
they're schmoozing She came in while Charlotte was talking to Adam Pearce or Nick Aldis on Friday.
Okay.
And there was the one I liked better though was her talking to Becky Lynch when Becky Lynch was talking to Adam Pearce on Monday, and Becky going, "All right, let's go."
She was already stirring the pot on Twitter, I saw, so that was pretty good.
I think if you're gonna bring Jade into the main roster immediately, you have to have her performing with people like Asuka, Charlotte, Becky, the 4 horsewomen, needless to say, and then probably Asuka would be the 4 that I would have her feuding with first off, just to get her feet underneath her. Don't put her up against Rhea or Nia or anybody else right away.
No.
May I suggest something, WWE? And we said it, I want to say about 2 weeks ago. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, tag team champions,
That would be
women's
pretty
tag.
fun.
It would make those tag team championships relevant again.
Yes, definitely.
Because right now it looks like they're going to do a Natalya, Tegan Nox, which I'm not totally against, but I am loving the Chelsea Green stuff.
Yeah, Tegan Nox isn't going to bring as much as good of a performer she is. She's not going to bring the pedigree up on the women's tag team.
No, you need some stars to hold that. And
you need the name,
legitimize it. Once again, titles don't make the person makes the title. And one of the biggest ones that you can talk about right now is Gunther.
Yeah.
Gunther has reestablished that Intercontinental Championship to supreme heights and takes out Bronson Reed on Monday night.
I did not see, but yeah, that's
phenomenal match. Bronson looked phenomenal. Of course, Gunther doesn't have bad matches, so.
And Bronson Reed's a workhorse, so I mean that's
for a big dude, he can go.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was very interesting. It'll be interesting. Gable wants another shot. I'm wondering if they're going to have him drop it to Gable. That storyline is we've toyed with that a little bit from these past few weeks. I mean, yeah, that makes some sense. One of the best backstage moments though was Alpha Academy training for Gable to get ready for Gunther, and in walks the New Day.
Oh, okay.
And they have their back and forth, and Tozawa's just in the background working out. Phenomenal. You could say what you want about Akira Tozawa. He is great in backstage gimmicks.
Yeah, you can put that up with him and R-Truth and in the same little realm.
Well, Tozawa
plays his role.
Also does like when Rhea Ripley's around. Like he'll start walking up to Rhea, see it's Rhea, and then turn around and walk away. It's fantastic.
Good. It's the little things. It's definitely the little things like that.
It's hilarious. Couple other things that I wanted to get to. It is interesting that I want to see how they're going to transition the tag team championships, because he still has the money in the Priest still has the money in the bank. So it's going to be interesting to see, are they going to drop them sooner rather than later to somebody? I would assume maybe the Street Profits.
Yeah.
To get that faction going.
But they're heels right now, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, how much of
WWE isn't one to do a heel to heel type.
LWO maybe?
Yeah, that could be the run.
Carlito and Santos?
Yeah, I heard that he's going to be full time. How about that?
Yeah, I love Carlito. Looks better than he did when he was actually in the WWE. Oh, is that your boy, Andrew? You love yourself some Carlito?
Fun one about a couple months ago. He was at a CSW show here in not a very local part, and I gave him an apple. It was great. I don't know. I think he used mine during the match. I hope. I'll convince myself that I did.
It'll be interesting to see where that LW, because Dragon Lee is now on SmackDown full time, I believe. So it'll be interesting if they bring him into the fold. I wouldn't mind seeing Dragon Lee and Santos Escobar going for those titles. That'd be a hell of a match. You want guys that can work well with Finn, and it's going to be more of those international indie guys that can work better with Finn and Priest.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think
because that's their bread and butter too. They're
once
ROH
again, I think
guys.
you're going to see more of that, but we'll get into why we're going to see more of that coming up. DIY. What do you think of the reformation of DIY?
Well, didn't Johnny? I'm looking at the results. Johnny Gargano dropped another one.
He jobbed, but I think it's because there's a storyline here.
Yeah.
I truly do believe that there's a storyline, and it's going to be they're beating us down, but once we're together, nobody. Yeah. And that might be your under the radar tag team that starts
would be
catching heat.
Could you somehow get a DIY and then mix Chad Gable in there as well, and that's what takes down Imperium almost?
It's
type
a
deal?
Possibility. It's a definite possibility.
Okay, I would not be opposed to that. That sounds pretty fun to watch.
That'd be a great match. That would absolutely. One of my all-time favorite matches was the 2 out of 3 falls, Gargano and Ciampa versus FTR.
Oh yeah,
that was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Crown Jewel coming up quickly.
What are those matches looking like? I can try and bring up.
Nothing really solid as of yet, except for Seth up against Drew McIntyre, which now they're doing this whole Drew's out for himself shtick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
I like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like him being in a tag team really either, so that's okay. So, yeah, Seth and Drew McIntyre.
Fatal 5-way.
Rhea, Nia, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoe Stark.
I don't know how that's going to go.
Beats me, kiddo. I mean, keep it on Rhea Ripley, or you know what I'm going to say.
No, you're not putting it on Nia Jax.
Yes, you are.
No,
because she's not like most girls. She does whatever the rest of her theme song goes. She's not like most girls.
Stop your
She does a song and a dance. She's not like most girls.
I don't see Rhea dropping the title.
No, I don't think so either.
I think,
especially when they just put the tag titles back on the Bloodline or the Judgment Day, they want to keep that going.
I don't think. My worry is there aren't enough wrestlers in that match. Shayna has yet to have a great match in my eyes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nia
maybe you might have to go back to some NXT stuff. I think she had.
None of her NXT stuff really made me go. Ooh,
okay, fair enough. Like I said, nothing jumps out to me. I would need to go back and watch myself. So that's fair to say.
I would. Nia's not good. Raquel and Rhea can go.
Yeah.
And Zoe, I have no doubt, will be able to go.
She'll have her spots and she'll hit them, I'm sure. Like I said, a little backhanded saying Nia Jax can't work, but that's okay. I can go with either one on this one, but yeah, Rhea should probably retain.
The other thing that's kind of been projected for Crown Jewel is Roman.
Yeah, right here we got Roman and LA Knight.
LA Knight.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I like that LA Knight's getting this push. I hate that it's just going to be, in my mind, it's just another stepping stone for Roman to get to Cody at WrestleMania. That's all that it really is. I
am going to agree with you. Here's my issue. I think they're paying it off too soon.
That's true.
I think they're paying it off way too soon.
You feel like you want to milk LA Knight a little bit longer?
This thing can build.
Yeah, I think
this
so
thing can definitely build for LA Knight to where you have that natural push like Daniel Bryan had or Kofi Kingston had, where it's just time.
Yeah, but I did like how he started off. That promo was awesome. He hit that out of the park. Going, where have you been? I've been here getting exactly this reaction this entire time. And you've just been sitting on the couch, but I think he was doing a movie, or if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure what Roman was. Rumor had it that he had a little bit of back twinge.
Okay. I mean, regardless, I don't think he's had. What was the last time he defended the title? Like, it's been months.
Yeah, that whole 60-day thing kind of flew out the window for a lot of those titles.
Yeah.
Women's tag titles, Roman's title. That's why they put a title on Seth. But now, Seth's going to be gone for months upon months. So he's the one doing the movie. Okay, yeah. Seth will probably drop.
Yeah, I think so.
Seth will probably drop, and that'll be the end of it. I love that Cena's trying to get him over.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, between LA and
I mean, when you're having the quote-unquote GOAT, I do love what Roman said to Cena, though.
What I didn't catch it.
You're not the GOAT.
He's not.
I'm the GOAT.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And you can't dispute it. You can't. Longest reigning.
He's a WWE GOAT, sure. He's not the best wrestler of all time, no.
No, but he's getting there.
Yeah,
He's getting there with his title reign.
The other prediction they have, I'm looking at, Logan Paul called out Rey Mysterio from that
That
fight.
is true. After his fight, he called out Rey Mysterio.
Fight, we'll call it that. Yeah, it was.
It's a good choice by Logan for his next opponent. Rey's going to baby him along enough that they're going to be able to hit some great spots.
Yeah, I think so. And then Mysterio's kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out type deal right now. He's got on the latter end of his career, so this wouldn't be the
He
worst.
wants to go about another year and a half.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to give him enough time for Dominic to change his mind, become babyface, and take over the Mysterio name.
Yeah.
And I would almost say it might be a retirement match for Rey. Dominic versus Rey, mask and career versus hair kind of thing.
Yeah.
Go back down to like the Mexico side of it where a hair versus mask match.
That would be nice. That would be nice and traditional. I think that should be the route that it goes. That would be a nice piece out, nice little walk into the sunset for Mysterio.
There's a lot of the older guys have come out, and we're going to get to that later on as well, saying that they've got about a year left in them.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting over this next year to see that farewell tour for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else?
I got
you wanna
one.
touch on?
I got one quick one. It came up
Okay.
in my feed this morning from I believe Russell Purist. Just they love throwing out just any one of those people on Twitter or those accounts throw out these questions. Does Bray Wyatt deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely, 100%.
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. But if you're going to put the Godfather in the Hall of Fame, if you're going to put people like, Mick Foley, who only held the belt twice, other than that.
But Mick Foley is way more impactful than Bray Wyatt is.
Ask The Undertaker how impactful Bray Wyatt was. Ask other wrestlers how impactful Bray Wyatt was. I will guarantee you Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family will be inducted into the WWE.
I get what you're saying when it comes to the idea of the importance, the legacy of the Hall of Fame. It means nothing anymore. I mean, what Coco Beware's in there? It means absolutely nothing. But
are you dissing the Birdman?
Of course I am. But if we're really looking at it, I'm sure he'll get the nod. It'll be nice, but. Right now, right away, no. You got with something like that, you need to be able to linger on and wait. Like who is the best of all time? People are gonna throw out Undertaker. People are gonna throw out Stone Cold. People are gonna throw out The Rock. Like how far down the line would you have to list off people before you finally get to Bray Wyatt?
Here's
mine. For me, it would be a while.
Here's my defense. Wrestling wise, he's lower on the list.
That's wrestling and everything. Just put everything together.
Creative, for me. Right underneath Undertaker.
Okay.
I kid you not.
Okay.
I said to a lot of the people that I would talk to that if he's the greatest gimmick creation that WWE had come up with since The Undertaker.
Yeah.
When he first came up.
I said it when he passed. I don't think if you give anybody else the Wyatt family gimmick, nobody else is going to hit it as well as he did.
Well, and I think that's part of the reason why, and we'll get into this coming back. Little tease for you guys. When we come back, we'll talk about somebody who has been rumored to be coming back and keeping up that Bray Wyatt family legacy here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome back to Bad Karma Wrestling here at Illinois Studios in Ohio. Ohio. I don't know. Once again, my name's David Double D Dykstra. I'm here with my boy.
No gimmicks. Nick Johnston. Rock and rolling.
It's time for rumors and dirt sheets.
Oh, yeah. Getting down and dirty in the sheets with you.
So I guess one of the big rumors going around that I saw this morning was that CM Punk was backstage. Let's just go with the big name first. CM Punk was backstage at Impact Wrestling over the week, and a lot of people were very happy about it to the point where there's some solid rumors going around that he might be headed to Impact.
It can only make the sense, or considering the fact that Bound for Glory is here in Chicago, just saying what's up to a couple people, saying what's up to a few friends or two. I don't want to put a whole damper on the situation, but he hates Impact. It goes back in the day. I know different management, different
very
people.
Very much different management, so it'd be very interesting.
But I don't think there's any incentive for him to go there.
I'm actually shocked that Corgan hasn't reached out to him.
I mean, he made the big news for sure. I know NWA, they signed with the CW. We can kind of touch upon that later, but I mean, at the very least, yeah, make an offer, do something, say something. But you see that, how are you with all the Easter eggs that Raw and SmackDown keep throwing around? I mean, is it just them pandering, or is it do you actually think there's something to it?
Well, let's talk about WWE with the Easter eggs. Why do you think the Easter eggs are happening?
It beats me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've heard from Meltzer that talks are dead in the water, but then there was that same exact report when Cody Rhodes was dead in the water, and then he showed up at WWE. So I can't make heads or tails of it.
Well, the big news out of WWE this week was the fact that Vince McMahon is no longer in creative control.
Yeah.
It is all Triple H. It's all on Triple H moving forward. And you're kind of starting to see it now, though, with some of these people that Triple H absolutely loves and adores starting to get a little bit bigger push. I mean, you had Shinsuke and Ricochet doing a Falls Count Anywhere match, which
that looked fun from highlights.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you had a bar fight.
Yeah, that pub brawl on NXT.
Pub brawl on NXT.
That was that was fun.
So, I mean, they're starting to get back to where they originated from.
Yeah.
You know, so all these guys in NXT when Triple H was in charge of NXT that have been called up, that have been buried upon buried upon buried, now are going to get that shot to go prove what they got. If you notice, Karrion Kross hasn't been on. which I think that means, he's probably somewhere working on his skills because he's still a little stiff. Would not be surprised to see Aleister Black or
Malachi. I think he's firmly set in AEW.
I believe his contract's up next year.
Okay.
I would not be surprised to see him back.
They'll shoot him an offer, I'm sure.
Triple H and him are
the way how the House of Black is so over. I don't think that moves.
How are they over? They haven't been on TV in weeks.
They're still over. What's her face is getting
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart's getting.
Now there are rumors going around that Julia Hart is going to have her own faction.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, she
with
did
Sky
this.
Blue and Willow.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Get them involved. That's the way to go to do it.
What do you think? I don't know if you've seen any of these. What do you think of them not going with Brian Pillman Jr. as Brian Pillman Jr.'s name?
Yeah, they're going with Lexus King. I think it's a solid stripper name. I mean, I don't think anything else.
They also have him doing his hair exactly like Brian Pillman did his hair too.
I'm not a fan of it. I know you don't dive in and just like because like that was basically the thing in AEW. But I don't know what else you're gonna get out of him. If you saw him in AEW, you know you're gonna get a good worker, but it's about as far as it's gonna go.
I loved his promo.
Yeah, it was interesting, but I don't
like.
think...
I really want to know how much of that was Sean going, tap into that anger that you have for your dad, for your mom, and going, all right, this is who I am now.
I mean, I see that, I get it. I can't take it seriously just yet.
To be honest with you, though, he never really got a real chance to show what he had to bring to the table as a professional wrestler at AEW. He was always jobbing to somebody.
I mean, rightfully so. I think there was still someone way above him there at any point in time.
I want to see what he has to bring.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting for me to see what he brings in NXT because a lot of those people do have real skill.
Yeah.
So
I think he can keep up, though. I think he can keep up.
I think on that level, I think he absolutely can keep up. What I'm saying is I want to see what kind of maneuvers and what kind of innovation he brings to the table. Now being able to be a guy who's honestly getting vignettes.
Yeah.
And you don't get vignettes unless WWE has some kind of faith that you can be at least a high mid-card guy.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, there's been those. We've seen them pay out pretty well, but then there's also guys like Kazarni, who they put months into. I don't want to make the comparison, but
Indy Shear showed up on SmackDown, so that'll be interesting to see if they get especially with them going over for Crown Jewel, they might get a little push for Crown Jewel and doing something. There was another one that intrigued me, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but I'll remember it and be like, that's it. Where do you think creative moves with Triple H? Do you think you're going to get more of the quote-unquote AEW style of matches where they're good, solid matches, but...
I would think that you're gonna get the storylines, you're gonna get the heavy stories, and then I think you finally get those workers, those workhorses, the Nakamuras, the Ricochets, finally get their due, more than their 5-minute matches, more than their just being in the background of a promo type deal.
Nakamura and Rollins was fantastic.
Exactly.
That was a great storyline.
I mean, if it was my decision, I would have put the title on him a long time ago, but that's just me.
I'm a huge...
Him going back and forth with AJ Styles as much of that, the fact that he didn't get the title one time, that's crazy.
This is where Vince being in charge was a detriment. He didn't want him because he didn't think he could communicate properly.
Of course, yeah.
On promos,
yeah.
And you need your blah, 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 whatever. And I love what they're doing now. Speak in your native tongue, Shinsuke. We'll subtitle it and do your and I think his promos have sounded fantastic.
Yeah.
So, for me, yeah, I think somewhat also is that Shinsuke's strong style doesn't really vibe with American
Strong style
audience.
does scare people. I've seen it firsthand. I have friends that are like, I don't like the way that they move, and I know strong style does scare people.
It's something that
Shout
as,
out to you, Vince.
the American audience might need to get used to. Randy Orton, I guess, is just waiting in the wings.
Yeah, there you go.
They're waiting
Get healthy,
for-
get better.
No, he's
He's ready to
good.
go. Okay,
They're just waiting to come up with a storyline for him. I
fair
guess,
enough.
which is fine.
Let the Viper slither. He'll
Yeah.
slither in.
After watching that villain stuff on A&E and seeing how he gets into character, that dude scares the crap out of me. He's a big guy too. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
What other rumors did you want to float out there?
Yeah, not rumors. Maybe just we can hit the big
The
thing
dirt
about,
sheets.
Yeah, just it's CW or excuse me NWA signed with the CW. Any thoughts on that really?
It's going to be interesting to see the CW's dipping their toe into some sports.
Yeah.
They're
a top 20 network from what they say. So that's what it is.
they've got some college football now. Granted, they're lesser games. They've got Live Golf, of course, was their big one. So
They're
it's
just
gonna
not
be-
cracking a lot of numbers from what I
No.
understand. But more eyeballs, more wrestling, the more the merrier in my mind.
But it's
so.
gonna give you another choice on a different day.
Yeah.
Like if they go on a Thursday.
Exactly. If they go on a Tuesday or a Thursday, and depending on what time on Tuesday, because you wouldn't want to overrun with NXT.
No.
Yeah.
Should be it. I think, and he's got solid guys there.
Yeah.
You've got Trevor Murdoch, who I personally absolutely love. I love any fat guy that comes
Can still
along
work.
and can work. It's one of the parts of the reason why I fell in love with Mick Foley as much as I did.
EC3's there right now too, right?
EC3's the television title holder, I believe. Or no, I think he's the NWA champion.
Yeah, I think so.
Did Tyrus
He officially retired.
retired?
Yeah.
All right, so he's just going to be on Fox and Friends from now on.
Yeah, I think so.
You have other guys there. Matt Cordona.
Yeah, he flips. He's in and out. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the one thing.
I think it was a solid move, honestly. Just overall.
and that's why everybody's asking why Zach isn't back in WWE. The whole reason is Matt Cordona doesn't want to go back to WWE as Zack Ryder. He wants to go back as Matt Cordona.
Yeah.
He thinks he's got a great
He's
gimmick
earned. I think he's
now.
earned that right.
He's won how many independent titles now?
Yeah, he
Like,
did
he's-
that big picture.
He's the
Yeah.
indie king, as he likes to call himself.
That's fair to say. I mean, between that, I think we also have it written down, or unless you want to talk about it on AEW, Starks and Copeland going off script, but like I said, we can
Yeah,
get all
I
that.
mean, the dirt sheets were talking about how Copeland and Starks are not happy with one another. Stark said something and went off script, and Adam didn't take too kindly of it. Which they've got to stick with last names at this point.
Yeah.
You can't go Adam Copeland. You got to go Copeland and Cole.
Yeah.
Because when you say Adam, my first thought is Adam Cole, because I don't think of Adam Copeland as
think of
Adam
Edge.
Copeland.
Yeah.
He's Edge.
Yes.
So it's interesting to me what they're doing with Edge and Christian. But we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
No big. I'm shocked Dolph hasn't shown up on AEW yet,
Not just yet. Yeah.
especially after his brother just got squashed on Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Just
Absolutely.
one power bomb. Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm really. Yeah.
We'll get into it. We'll
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah.
Any other big rumors going around?
The
only other one is the biggest free agent in all of professional wrestling come February, I believe, or maybe it's somewhere in between November and February.
Which one?
Will Ospreay.
Yeah. No, I think I would hope AEW for all intents
I
and
would
purposes.
assume, with as much as Don Callis is saying that he's part of the Don Callis family, that he's going to sign with AEW.
There's that. Aussie Opens there.
But
Everyone's there.
You throw a number at the dude.
Oh, I'm sure he'll consider it.
In my eyes, the best professional wrestler in the business right now.
Yeah.
And I would pay damn good money to watch Will Ospreay take on AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's pretty good, I suppose.
Seth.
I mean, but there's that. I would take Jay White versus Will Ospreay over any of that.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I
they're
would counter
solid.
that with
On both sides, they're solid. You could go Malachi Black. You could go even Buddy Murphy.
yeah,
With Buddy Murphy and Will Ospreay would be fantastic.
Swerve Strickland,
Swerve.
Hangman.
Yeah, but other than that, I think that's going to do it for the rumor roundup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not rumor, but one last quick little thing. Did you see the Iron Claw trailer? Are you interested in that?
Yes.
That's
we
gonna
wanted
be
to talk
awesome.
about that real quick.
That is gonna be sick.
Iron Claw. You approve, Andrew? It looks phenomenal. And Zac Efron looks huge. Huge. Did I get a woo out of Antonia? Nice. Now we're going to have to show her the trailer then so she can get the drool going. Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
I mean, my seat's a little wet right now. I mean,
Oh,
goodness.
hey. Love Zach. Supposedly MJF's in the movie too.
Yeah, that was the report. Him, and then the one comment I saw underneath on YouTube was, the guy who plays the other brother, and he's in Shameless. He's in The Bear. He just goes, I want to see that actor just play one time in a stable family, one time.
He's playing Carrie, I believe. No,
Yeah.
or no, Zach's playing Carrie. Or is he playing Kevin?
I don't know. There's too many Von Erichs.
Yeah.
Definitely a devastating story if anyone doesn't know, and I think it's gonna be awesome.
I believe it's going to be the guy that they picked to play Fritz. Fantastic choice too. Yeah. So looking forward to that. But when we come back, it's time to talk a little AEW here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome back to Bad Karma Wrestling here at Illinois Media School Studios. I am here with my boy No Gimmicks.
No gimmicks. Coming
Nick
in dry as a bone as always.
Johnston. I hope you're. Never mind. I'm David Double D Dykstra, and we're going to get into AEW really, really quick here. Not a whole bunch going on. First off, let's talk about the big story. Are you now convinced that Adam Cole's injury is kayfabe?
I think so. I think we're in that. He keeps putting it off. I'm enjoying the promos in the vignettes. The other people.
It's very being the elite.
Yes. I've enjoyed that, and that style of production. I think they've adopted it. Shout out to Impact. I think that's people have not really understood that they kind of adopted the way that they do promos from there, but I think it's fun. I think it's very interesting, theatrical, and I'm enjoying them. They make me laugh. Other people, I've just kind of gathered online. It's like it's too much now for them. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
They literally adopted a stuffed giraffe.
Yeah, because that's neck strong.
Because it's neck strong.
It's the most powerful neck out there.
It's the most powerful neck out there.
How
It's
they
great.
hit each other.
That's how they fight with their necks. Get it. Come on.
You ever seen them when they hit they hit
dude.
each other and they both knock out?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
It's almost as bad as like watching rams in the wild.
Yeah.
Like they go at each other.
Yeah, Animal
With
Fight
the
Night on
necks.
Animal Planet. Shout out to it. That show needs to come back.
Nothing better than neck fights.
Yeah. Or Nature is Metal on Twitter. That's a good follow. No free ads.
If I had a neck, it'd be an issue, but I don't. So, surprise, surprise, Saraya drops the titles
Yeah.
or the title.
To Hikaru, and then she has a match versus Emily Sakura.
I already saw that match. I'm getting tired of Hikaru Shida.
Yep. I'm in that same boat.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'd rather have Britt.
Yeah. And I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, there's just Sheeta just brings nothing to the
Actually,
table.
right now, I'd rather have Toni Storm.
Oh yeah.
Toni Storm is killing it.
Timeless.
Killing it. Back straight, tits out. I'm like, yes!
Watch out for the
That is
shoe.
Greatest line ever. She says it every time, too. She goes, back straight, tits out. Watch out for the shoe. And then she walks off, and out of nowhere comes a shoe flying at one of the announcers that's interviewing.
Yeah, her and RJ City
It's
are dynamite together.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
It is killing right now. And the fact that she comes out in black and white, but then the match starts and it goes color, it's an amazing job by her.
She's having fun.
And if she, which I understand in AEW, you come up with your own creative. If she really truly did come up with this, bravo.
Tip of the cap.
Bravo, because you are killing it.
Yeah. I actually enjoy the little silent films. They're
I'm
funny.
surprised they had Saraya drop the title. Now, I'm wondering if she maybe has got something going on with her. Maybe she doesn't want to wrestle as much, maybe here and there.
I think it might be that. I don't think she, not to like harp on her, like maybe her will to get in there and get in the ring, but I don't think that's really her thing.
For God's sake, she had neck surgery.
Yeah. So keeping that at a minimum, throwing her in when they need to type deal, a tag match so that she's in there, but she's not really doing too much. I think that's the way to go. Giving her the title, that was the whole thing in London.
Why they don't have women's tag titles yet, or at least women's trios titles? That would be cool.
I think they were considering that, but I just don't think it's still you got to focus on the single women's division before you expand anywhere else, and that women's division still isn't hitting on all cylinders like it should be.
Their TBS champ is solid.
Yeah. Chris Statlander is awesome.
Amazing.
Yes.
You want to talk about man crush? That's my man crush right there. I love Chris Statlander.
If she still did it, you would allow her to boop you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop.
Yeah, boop. Hell yeah. FTR dropping the AEW tag titles.
I interesting enough. I think if Buddy Guy doesn't break it, I think he broke his wrist. That's why we've been seeing more of one half of Aussie Open.
Yeah, he did break. He's out with an injury.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get him over.
I think they were supposed to drop the titles there to Aussie Open.
Oh, okay.
I'm not entirely sure. That's just me speculating. So I think they might have called an audible. He's like, I broke my wrist. If he was gonna have a broken wrist, he was gonna be out anyways. Wouldn't have been able to kept the titles on. So I'm glad that FTR, instead of saying we're injured or this, that, and the other, we got to take a audible.
They are
They
dinged
just
up.
dropped they dropped the titles and make Big Bill and Ricky Starks look good. That's the way to do it. That's the old school way to do it. Instead of vacating them and getting a tag title tournament going on or something like that.
I love me some Big Bill.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's been a pretty solid push for me in my mind.
What I need is Enzo to show up though.
No, I'm
once.
out. I'm out.
Just a one-off.
No, I'm out.
Just a one-off, and Big Bill can take him out.
No, that's how you lose people like that.
Enzo's actually gotten a lot better. Have
don't-
you seen his indie stuff?
I do not
He's
care.
actually gotten a lot better.
I do not. I wouldn't touch that guy with a 10-foot pole He got nothing to do with
the
it.
big news out of Wednesday's show was the fact that Sting has decided to retire in a year.
Yes. He gave the rundown. He made his AEW debut, Revolution, so that's going to be the final show, 2024. It's a nice little hoorah, nice little
year.
Yeah, a little tour,
6
nice
months.
little retirement tour. I think
Yeah.
it's nice. And to go out as you should, as opposed to, an injury taking him out, or just this is the way to go. He's 60+ years old. He's diving off of balconies and stuff like that. He's produced some solid matches, even still being in tag team matches with Darby. That just when he's been asked to go, he's performed. So.
Okay, I have to ask you about what I think is one of the best storylines going on right now that no one's really talking about. Max Caster and MJF.
Yes.
Do you like this?
I love this. If you paid attention, they've been doing this on Twitter for a long time.
Oh, really?
Now. Max
Okay.
Caster, every time MJF posts something, he's like, "That's my boyfriend. That's my daddy. That's my this. That's my that." They've been doing this for years, so it's funny and finally now seeing that transition from Twitter, from the online world, to getting onto TV. So I think it's absolutely hilarious. They're best friends backstage. They're good friends.
I did not realize that
came
they
up
started
together.
together.
Yeah, came up together
that's
in the
really,
Indies.
really cool.
So this is all
Absolutely
this is all fun and games.
Absolutely love and you could just tell how give MJF credit where credit's due. He can sell things better than anybody. You can visibly see the uncomfortableness.
Yes.
When he's having a conversation.
And he's getting pulled in all directions right now. We just had that little standoff with Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
He's him and Jay
Which
White.
was interesting.
Yes,
to me.
exactly. Because again, it's like,
and then
weren't
he
you
just
focused on Jay White? And
he just leans in and goes, 13 days, bitch.
Yeah. What is that for, though?
What?
That's.
He'll be the longest reigning AEW champion of all time.
I love that. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay,
because
I'm glad that's clicking.
Kenny Omega considers him he's the measuring stick at AEW.
Okay.
Well, if I make that 13 days,
now
I'm the measuring stick at AEW.
I love that. Again, getting pulled in all directions. That standoff with Kenny Omega, the Jay White thing, the I almost did it right now. Adam Cole storyline, his best friend, and now Max Caster getting involved.
And let's not forget Samoa Joe.
Yes, yeah, he even said it himself there too.
Which Samoa Joe's promos have been fantastic.
Oh, and Wardlow now wants MJF dead. We just talked about that too.
Is that him wanting to beat the crap out of MJF, or is that him saying he wants to realign with MJF and here comes the Pinnacle again?
I like that. That's because that hasn't been brought up to me. Everyone else is in the complete opposite direction. Like, oh, he wants his head, he wants his blood, and then he pushed over Shivani, so that was good. Glad to see that Shivani gets. That's about as useful as he'll be.
That was the weakest bump I've ever seen in my entire life, too. It wasn't even actually like a shoulder check at all. He grazed him and Shivani goes down. My back and my neck.
Yeah. Small thing on him. I don't know if it's maybe a clash up top. It should just be Excalibur and Taz on commentary.
I agree. Or bring in Nigel.
Yeah, that too.
Nigel would be fantastic in a 3.
Yeah, keep Shivani to interviewing / we're in the ring right now with Shivani.
He's taking a step back more and more.
Yeah.
He's got.
You're playing a little fast and loose on commentary on Wednesday. That's only what I was listening to.
Yeah,
they always kind of do.
Happens a lot. I don't know how I feel about Hobbs being with
Hobbs and the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
I like this little smorgasbord of people in the Don Callis family right now.
You are waiting for who's next.
Exactly.
Who's that next guy that's
it's
kind of there but not really there?
So we got Sammy, we got Hobbs, you got Takeshna in there right now.
Don't forget about Will.
And then Will Ospreay in there for sure. Okay, yeah. And then what with the other? I'm not gonna remember the half of Aussie Open.
Fletcher.
Okay, Kyle Fletcher. Thank you.
Fletcher, but he's not part of the Don Callis.
Yeah, exactly. He was trying to work his way in.
So does that mean? I guess my question to you is: does that mean Fletcher goes babyface because now Callis is reading him the riot act?
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. And again, until his buddy comes back from the other half Aussie Open, so that might be the way to roll.
Full Gear really hasn't had too much going on as far as.
Yeah, I can check really quick.
You got White and
Yeah, Jay
White
White
and MJF is going to sell tickets. You don't need to worry about that. But, like, other than that, it's not really been a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really
I think
there'll be
a lot
anything
of
like
those are
that.
going to start building here soon. Be interested to see who the tag titles are going to be.
Yeah, they were talking.
defended against.
Meltzer might. When we were looking at rumors, the only thing I saw, FTR might be having their scheduled rematch for the 28th, which would be Saturday. So for Collision next week.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty interesting. At least get them back involved in the title, but I don't think they'll put the titles back on them. But yeah, I think MJF and Jay White might be the only things set up right now. TNT champion. Who's the TNT champion? It's Christian.
Christian Cage.
So
baby.
yeah.
What'd you think of the promo Edge did?
Yeah, they're flirting with. I'm not gonna hit Christian. I'm not gonna wrestle
Feels
Christian.
very Undertaker-ish.
Yeah.
With Kane.
Okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying
fight
there.
him, I will not.
I will not fight my brother. Yeah, until there's gonna be a pushing.
Christian Cage is amazing right now.
There's gonna be a pushing point.
I still don't like him as a wrestler, but the promos he's putting out are fantastic.
There'll be a tipping point in which I don't know if you know this. Can Beth Phoenix make an appearance in AEW? Or is she under like a WWE Legends contract or something like that?
Don't know what kind of contract Beth is under.
Okay.
If she's under any.
Okay.
I know she might have one from.
Because that might be the dastardly
See,
deed that pushes Adam Copeland over to finally hit Christian.
To me, that's who I miss on NXT.
Yeah.
Beth Phoenix doing commentary was fantastic.
Yeah, low key, pretty. Yeah. Now that you bring it up, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than Renee Paquette.
Fair enough.
We'll just put it that way.
But she doesn't do commentary. She's just there. She just holds a microphone.
Now for AEW, she's doing what she does well, is that backstage interviewing stuff.
Yeah.
Is where Renee really thrives.
Paquette.
Like her.
Okay. Renee on commentary. What? Yeah. Brutal. Yeah. Fair enough.
I wouldn't say brutal, just not honed.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Anything else you would like to talk about AEW?
No, I don't think so. I think AEW's just rock and rolling on all cylinders.
Just so everybody knows, Jack Perry should be back soon. Once they have, he's not suspended anymore. They're just looking for something for him creatively.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
They might do have him work his way back up through Evolution, Dark, and all the ones before he gets back on main TV. So
that could, you know what, that adds character to him. That could be fine. Other than that, I believe Swerve Strickland's "Swerve When I Drive" music video's coming out. Somebody
that's
cranking that one up to 11.
That's about to the remix.
Yeah.
Remix.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? I think that's gonna do it for us today, ladies and gentlemen.
I think so. Another solid one in the books.
Hell yeah, baby. Next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel with the same bat people.
Oh yeah.
Want to thank all our peeps in the back: Julius, Andrew, Antonio, Scotty, Too Hottie.
Working the ones and twos back there. That was great. Good
We gotta
work,
come
everybody.
up with wrestling names for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know what Andrews is. Andrews is Master Shifu.
You have to die.
No, your wrestling name is Master Shifu.
Ah.
But on that note, we will see you next week, same time, same channel. Be positive, stay positive, surround yourself with positive people, and positive things will happen for you. I'm David Double D Dykstra.
Nick Johnston going live in about 30 minutes on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy, talking sports. So join on over there if you got something else to do.
Shameless plug from Nick.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
love no gimmicks.
Throw it in there. We got some time.
We will see you next week here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.